Hi everybody, it's Brian Reddy here on the PCBB 1917 Discord channel and PCBB1917.com with my latest edition of Quick Hits. Just wanted to start here by saying that, this has been a bit of a rough year, and it's not always easy here in Rhode Island because, they are the bedrock of the community. The Friars are our professional sports team, and we can, justifiably be a little concerned when things aren't going our way. But it's important to note that, for those of us who go back to prehistoric times, like the 1970s, we showed where the Friars could always come back. I think there's been some good things to see in this season of struggle, starting first and foremost with our two freshmen, Ryan Mila and Osman Urumse, who have both shown that they are Big East quality players. Osman especially is one of the best freshmen in the league and possibly even in the country. You can just see his skills developing on a game-by-game basis. He was thrown into the fire probably a little more than Coach English would have liked at the beginning of the year, but he's shown himself. Ryan Mila, had a slow start coming back from a back injury, but he's shown that he too belongs here. He has shown that he's adjusted back after having a bit of a struggle early a little while ago when teams started to plan for him a little more. But he's made the adjustments. He had a double-double last week in one game and just missed one again on Saturday. So I think it's fair to say that, he's the cornerstone for us in the future. We've also seen, some of our returning players. Jaden Pierre's had his ups and downs, but I think he's shown where, he's got the strength. He's a legitimate Big East player, a quality shooter. He's had a terrific game on Saturday, one of his best games of the season. And, even though he's out now, Corey Floyd has been the bedrock of the program. He really is developing into the team leader. We've seen a lot of teams in the Big East over the years. They have that one guy who does a little bit of everything and always just seems to come up with the big play on both sides of the court. Thinking currently of Stevie Mitchell from Marquette, one of those guys that you really want on your team. And Corey has shown that he is that guy for us. Very pleased with his development too. Someone like Eli Deloria has shown that, he's not afraid. He takes on much bigger opponents each game. He's forced to play more of the center spot instead of like a stretch four, which is probably more suited to him. But he goes up against whoever it is, whether it's somebody like Eric Dixon or Thomas Sorba. He treats them like they're a charging water buffalo and stands right in their way. Very good to see that. I think that, we've also seen Rich Barron come back from his injuries, looking much better the last few games. Very pleased to see him. Justin Fernandez has shown that he can play in this level too. He came back from major knee surgery. Took him a while, but, he's showing more and more each game. So I think that those are some of the reasons for optimism. Tomorrow we play the Georgetown Hoyas. That's Wednesday, depending on when you're watching this. And, we're going to be a little depleted most likely again. Either guys will be out or working their way back. But, we showed Saturday, we play with the guys that are out there, and they've given 100% effort every game, so there's not much more you can ask for. Really pleased with the way that they've looked as a team the last few games, despite all the adversity around them. It would be a good win to beat Georgetown. It would also give us a chance to get out of the 8-9 game and either be a 6 or a possible 7 or a 6 seed. Going there. We've got a bunch of games after that, most of which are winnable. But, in this league we've seen, Saturday night with Seton Hall going up and Saturday afternoon, rather, beating Connecticut. We've seen that anybody can beat anybody in this league on a given night. If you put out your best effort, you get a chance to compete. So very excited about this. And the other thing is, I mentioned this in the last article I wrote from Beyond the Box Score on PCBB1917.com. I'm a hopeless optimist with the Friars. They're our team. I'm not going to give up on them now or anytime in the future. And there's no reason to believe that whatever path we get in Madison Square Garden, we could be knocked out the first game, but we could also be playing on Saturday night for the Big East Championship. I truly believe that, and that's really what I want to see going forward. And this is the time that the Friars, they need our support. We have a lot of younger fans here that, don't go back to prehistoric times like me. They don't, they've had nothing but success. People who joined the Friars in the last 10 years. It hasn't always been that way. And, this, I believe, is just a bump in the road going forward. Had we been fully healthy, we'd be looking at a much different season. And I think we're ready to make a comeback next year, or hopefully the rest of this year. Just take one game at a time. And as always, go Friars.